Lisa, one of the most influential members of Blackpink, has once again proven this truth. Recently, she officially registered her own company, LLOUD, in Singapore, a step that not only signals her transition from idol to entrepreneur, but also unveils a carefully orchestrated narrative of ambition, strategy, and reinvention. Not long ago, Lisa sparked waves of controversy when she deliberately showcased lingerie imprinted with the word LLOUD. At first, fans assumed it was merely a bold self-promotion stunt. Now, in retrospect, it seems clear. It was a teaser, a prelude to the official launch of her personal company. What seemed audacious, even reckless at the time, was in fact a symbolic declaration. Lisa was no longer just the performer on stage, she was the architect of her own empire. Why Singapore? The answer lies in strategy. Singapore stands as one of the world's most dynamic business hubs, offering global flexibility, low tax rates, legal stability, and a fertile environment for international expansion. For someone like Lisa, who is increasingly positioning herself as a global brand, these advantages are invaluable. According to public records, LLOUD is headquartered in Carpenter House, with Lisa as the sole shareholder. In that moment, Lisa didn't just form a company, she crossed the threshold into a new identity. Not just an artist but a businesswoman. Yet this transformation is not without controversy. Critics point out that since her solo debut, Lisa has not released a defining masterpiece or created an iconic stage performance. Her single solo remains a distant memory, and her artistry has been overshadowed by bold moves outside of traditional music. For some, her venture into provocative performances at Crazy Horse in Paris was less about artistic expression and more about personal connections, particularly her rumored relationship with the so-called third young master, with whom she has been linked since that event. To her detractors, Lisa's path reflects pragmatism over passion. They argue that her choices prioritize visibility, influence, and relationships over pure artistry. From their perspective, her decision to print LLOUD on lingerie and flaunt it online was less a creative innovation and more a calculated shock tactic. In the hyper-competitive landscape of entertainment, however, such tactics often prove effective. Whether celebrated or condemned, Lisa ensures one thing: people are always talking about her. Still, the skepticism lingers. Fans and critics alike question whether LLOUD can truly thrive. Lisa's singing abilities are often criticized as underwhelming, her dance performances described as stagnating, even recycling controversial choreography reminiscent of her Crazy Horse stage. On the surface, her new company might appear less like a long-term vision and more like a temporary structure built to capitalize on fleeting fame, a brand designed to extract loyalty and revenue from her fandom, rather than to build enduring artistic legacy. And yet, herein lies the paradox of Lisa. Despite the harsh commentary, despite the flaws highlighted again and again, she remains magnetic. Fans defend her relentlessly, polishing her image when scandals arise, shielding her when criticism mounts. Even when her methods feel excessive, her supporters find ways to justify, explain, or, at the very least, conceal. The tension between what Lisa gives and what her fans sacrifice has become an essential part of her story. From another angle, this relentless conversation may be exactly the point. Lisa understands the dynamics of attention. She knows that in the age of virality, being talked about, whether positively or negatively, is more valuable than silence. The lingerie stunt, the company registration in Singapore, the rumored romance with a wealthy heir. These are not random events. They are narrative beats in a bigger story Lisa is crafting. One of reinvention, resilience, and relentless pursuit of relevance. Looking at the trajectory, one can't deny the brilliance of her strategy, even if it raises questions about substance. By positioning herself at the intersection of music, fashion, and business, Lisa is not just waiting for the next chart-topping single to define her. She's building an ecosystem where her name itself becomes the brand. Whether LLOUD becomes a lasting empire or just another celebrity vanity project, one thing is certain. Lisa has already succeeded in ensuring that her story continues to provoke curiosity, debate, and fascination. Because at the heart of entertainment, longevity isn't built solely on talent. It's built on the ability to capture imagination, to stir conversation, to create moments people can't ignore. Lisa has mastered this art, and with LLOUD she's doubling down on it.